All right, for executive committee man, the responsibility of the executive committee members are to be the voice of Greenwood County at the state level. They will meet with executive committee members from the other 45 counties and work with the state party in deciding strategies, voting on motions. They meet in Columbia once a quarter, sometimes it's virtually, but they represent us at the state level. We had 2 nominees, however, we will scratch Robert Allen Moore off of the nominees since he was elected chair and cannot serve in both roles. That leaves us with Mr. Joe Greene. Is Mr. Greene present? He is not here, so we need to scratch that name off as well. The position, therefore, is open to nomination from the floor. All you need to be is a registered voter in Greenwood County to be in this role. Do we have any nominees from the floor that wish to try this role of being our executive committee man? We have one. I'm sorry? We'll hold off for me. Do we have a nominee? Please raise your hand. Make yourself seen. Who do we have back there? Mr. David Gaskin. Mr. David Gaskin has put himself forward as a nominee. Do we have a second? We have a second from Audrey Witherspoon. Any other nominees? Do we want to make this interesting? Dr. Jamil Brooks. Nominate whom? Mr. Best. Brandon Best? Do you wish to be in consideration for executive committee man? One does not preclude the other. Unless you were running as a Republican, then that would be a problem. All right, so we have a decline. All right, but thank you, Jamil. Any other nominees? None other being seen up? We have a nomination for Bill Kimler, and Bill Kimler declines as well. But thank you. All right, no other nominees being heard at this time. The only nominee is Mr. David Gaskin. Mr. Gaskin, are you able and willing to fulfill the role of executive committee man? Would you like to come up and say hi to people and introduce yourself? Come on up. We can't elect on a candidate without a candidate speech.
Thank you, Bill. Thank the committee. My name is David Gaskin. For those who do not know me, I was previous committee man before, so as my health failed one point in time, I pulled a ligament in my leg. So now I'm able to serve and attend the meetings like I was supposed to. So with that vote, I appreciate your vote. Thank you.
All right, we will go again to voice vote. The nominee is Mr. David Gaskin. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Who's going to oppose that man, huh? All right, the ayes have it, and we have elected ourselves a committee man in David Gaskin. Welcome. All right, for executive committee woman, we had 2 nominees, but with Dr. Jamil Brooks being elected as first vice chair, her name comes off the list. That leaves us with Mamie Greene. Mamie, you're still interested? Great. Would you like to come up and say hi? Come on. We have to have a little speech so we know who we're voting on. Mamie Greene, come on up.
Hi. Good morning. How's everybody? Good, good. I am running for your committee woman. I'm here to represent you. As some of you know me, I am just a server. I'm very transparent. I'm dependable. I'm reliable, and I am your voice. And I will do my very best to do what is required of me. And my motto is, if we put God first, then everything else will fall into place. And we are moving forever and backwards never.
All right, with Mamie Greene being our only nominee, we'll take it to voice vote. All in favor of Mamie Greene for Executive Committee Woman, say aye. Aye. All opposed? The ayes have it. Welcome, Mamie. And I'll give you a personal appreciation. Mamie is a seasoned preacher, and you can tell because she lowered the mic right down as soon as she came up. She knows the way to speak, so thank you. All right, we have two more positions for consideration. The alternate executive committee man serves as a backup to the executive committee man if he is unable to make it to a statewide meeting. We had two people put themselves forward for nomination, Kervin Searles and Ricardo Searles. Are either of them in attendance today? And that's a shame because it would have been brother against brother, and that would have been interesting. But neither being there, we are opening it up to the floor. Do we have any nominees for alternate executive committee man? Hearing none, we will not vote on that position. We will leave it open and make it the responsibility of the executive committee to vote on that position, to recruit and vote. All right, the last position is the executive committee woman. Do we have LaShondre Weidman in attendance? Not being in attendance, we have an open position then for executive committee woman. Do we have any nominees from the floor to serve as backup for the executive committee woman position? We have a nomination. We have the name Cynthia Halpin Brown. Cynthia, do you accept the nomination? We have an acceptance. Do we have a second for that nomination? We have a second from Deb Atkinson. All right, do we have any other nominations? Tori did the nomination, seconded by Deb. I think they were in collusion. I'm not sure, but I think they colluded. They were in cahoots. Do we have any other nominees? Seeing no other nominees, we will take it to voice vote after we hear from Cynthia Halpin Brown, who has to come up and speak and introduce herself. So we have to know who we are voting for. Coming up, Cynthia. And we expect to be dazzled with the best speech we've ever heard. No pressure.
That's because of Mamie. All right, I'm Cynthia Halpin Brown. I've lived in the area for a few years now. I live out at the lake in Hodges. I'm a Chiefs fan. We were not in cahoots, but like most of you, you're thinking about ways to turn the tide, support our democratic ideas, and so when I heard my name behind me, I thought for a second about stepping aside and saying no thanks, but I look forward to this opportunity and learning more about the process as an alternate. And then since I'm up here, I want to mention that earlier it was brought up about our fundraising. We will be organizing starting this month, it's March, for our annual dinner. So be paying attention to emails coming out because we really need a group of like 10 people to help organize that from now through till October, September. We're still finalizing that date, but just to get you thinking about that. Thank you.
Thank you, Cynthia. And I want for the record to note that there will be 2 members of the executive committee who are Kansas City Chiefs fans, also known as the team that Donald Trump rooted for the record. I know you couldn't help it. I'm sure you were ashamed by that too. That was a low blow. You know what? We need to vote on Cynthia Halpin Brown for alternate executive committee woman. All in favor say aye. Aye. Anybody opposed? The ayes have it. Welcome to the executive committee.